we've whipped all these little fins and gills. With the sea bass, you've got meat right up here towards the head.
Okay.
And we're going to go under and then down through the belly. See?
Okay.
We're going to cut here. Then we're going to use the whole length of the fish, and then we're going up from the top, right down the spine. And then the key is to keep your knife running alongside the actual bone, so that you're keeping all the fish on the fish and not on the bone. Unless you want to make a real nice fish stock.
Yes.
And can you see here? I've opened that up. You can see the cage. Well, there's like a little. You hit the spine, and it's got a very small half moon that you need to get your knife round. So what I do is I work from the back end first, long strides with the knife. If you look into here, you back onto it then, so it's like little. So what I do then, which I think's easier, you get to the ribs. Off the first rib, I put my knife through to the belly, and then I just whip that off. And then I do that with each rib, one by one. So each rib you put the knife in, and that makes your boning a lot easier when you come to pin boning. You can then at the end just literally pull it. So that's one side. I'll see you later. So then with the other side, it gets a bit tricky. I go from tail to head.
Yes.
It's not the most perfect way of prepping fish because it's nicer to get the cut that way.
Yeah.
But it's just easier. It's an easy way of doing it.
Yeah.
You're taking all that meat right up at the head. A lot of people miss that off because they just cut it straight there. But that's a lot of. So tip of the knife again, the same principle. We're following the spine.
Yes.
We just need to make sure we're on this side of it. It's quite easy to cut through. So flat knife, get your first cut. So again, just following the bones. You want to hear that scraping noise, because that says that your knife is on the bone rather than the fish. Now I'll show you an easier way of, rather than ribbing, taking the rib by rib. At this point now, you go through the belly. Oh, look what I've just done. That was really poor. Rather than going through the ribs now, pull the fish up. But it just means then you've got to take that bone out separately. So you know before I took it rib by rib. So this time you've got to get underneath them. Now another beauty about bigger fish rather than smaller ones is that there's a cheap way of not having to pin bone them. With the bass, where the ribs were, you've got pin bones. So you just put under there, and then just pull. And then just to tidy it up, get our portion, we'll take the belly off. One nice swoop.
Did you use that in stock or anything?
Yeah, straight into a fish stock, all the bones, fish stock straight in. And you got some nice portions then, so in the restaurant you'd almost go 1, 2, 3 portions.
It's nice when they're all